So do you guys remember the video I made on Monday Night Raw last week giving WWE so much praise for how the show turned out? Well, if not, take a look.
Everything had a purpose, everything had a meaning, and everything actually was part of build up to a bigger picture. So that all was great, and on top of that, it was also entertaining.
You know what? I only have one question. Where the fuck was that this week? Like, seriously, because tonight's show needed it. Listen to that guy, because he's making a ton of sense right now. I'm not even going to necessarily... You know what? I won't even go there. Tonight's show, for all intents and purposes, it did suck. Because when you're on the road to WrestleMania, of course, people have heightened expectations. They expect a lot more out of the shows. They expect a lot more out of the storylines, the performers, and things like that. And tonight, it just did not meet those expectations at any grasp of the imagination whatsoever. A couple of things I wanted to talk about. Let's start off with Triple H and The Undertaker. I feel that in this feud, it's so disappointing to me. Like, it really is. You have these two big guys in the wrestling industry like Triple H and The Undertaker. When you put those two together, you're supposed to have amazing feuds because they just have so much history in the business. You have so much to play off of. And I'm getting that from other people like Arn Anderson, from Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, JR. I'm getting it from all of them, but for some reason I'm not actually getting it from the people who are actually in the match. It's like everybody else is doing so much to build this matchup between Triple H and The Undertaker, and they're just coasting right into WrestleMania. Here, it's been how many weeks? It's been a full month. It's been a full month since Triple H and The Undertaker have come back to WWE, and we've been getting these back and forth promos, and Triple H gave another promo on The Undertaker tonight on Raw, and they just seem so repetitive, and it's just like they're saying the same things over and over again, same shit, different week, and you know, I'm just getting tired of it at this point, and I'm just so disappointed by this feud, just really disappointed by it. And Triple H tonight, he was talking about in his promo how once he defeats The Undertaker at WrestleMania, once he kills the streak, you know, once the streak is dead, that means The Undertaker is dead also. So let me just follow his thinking for a minute. Once the streak dies, The Undertaker dies also. The Undertaker is known as the Dead Man. So what you're saying is that if you defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, the Dead Man will die. This is the same guy who a couple of months ago, he was buried alive in a match with Kane. And a couple of months later, he comes back with a song that says, "Ain't no grave can hold my body down." So a guy who's known for being killed off for many fucking times in his career, and being known as the Phenom, the Dead Man, you're supposedly going to kill him at WrestleMania. Shit doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and yeah, I'm just so disappointed in this feud. But I will say, what's going on with the people who are not even involved in the match, all of that is great. But you use things like that to accentuate. You don't use things like that to base the entire feud off of. You use that to accentuate an already great build-up. That just doesn't make a great build-up itself. You actually have to have the guys who are in the match putting in effort. And I don't feel that Triple H and The Undertaker are putting in that effort. And speaking of Triple H, I guess he buried, people would say he buried Ted DiBiase. You can't bury somebody who buried themselves. Like, Ted DiBiase was already in a damn grave. Like, the guy should be glad that he even got TV time this week. So that's the bright spot. So, you know, next. What I want to talk about now, Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler, their feud going into WrestleMania. I am loving this feud. A lot of people can't see past WWE putting so much effort into building up a feud between two announcers, but once you look past the outrageousness of that, I think that there's a lot to enjoy in this feud. It's really personal, it's really intense, and that's what I love to see in wrestling feuds, and that's what I'm seeing in this one. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying Michael Cole's role in all of this. But one thing that I will say about Michael Cole, I can't wait until this whole thing is over with, and hopefully they move him off the commentary table, because I believe that he's getting to a point where he's so distracting with his heel gimmick, and then it's like sometimes he's a heel and then sometimes he isn't on commentary. It's like he's bipolar or something. Like, pick a fucking side and stick to it. So it's too much conflicting things going on with him trying to be an announcer and also being this heel character. So I would love it if WWE took Michael Cole off of the Raw commentary table once he gets his ass kicked at WrestleMania. Maybe put JR back at the table, so it's King and JR. Once again, I think that's a great commentary team. They have great chemistry with each other, and they work excellently. And I would love to see JR and hear JR back in WWE. And then on SmackDown, you have Josh Matthews. I think he's a pretty good play-by-play guy, and also Booker T over there. He's pretty entertaining. And bring Cole onto Raw as like an on-screen character, like I said a couple of videos ago. Bring Cole back as the anonymous GM. Give him some, you know, camera time to where he doesn't, like, right after his segments, he jumps back at the commentary table and, you know, like, because that's just absolutely too much going on. Like, it's really too much going on. So they need to make some changes with that. And the last thing I wanted to talk about in this video is a WWE Championship match at WrestleMania 27 and its build-up. There wasn't much talk from John Cena and The Miz about The Rock this week, and I'm pretty much cool with that because The Rock's going to be live and in attendance for Raw when they're in Chicago next week. It's the last Raw before WrestleMania 27, so he didn't need to be all over this broadcast, especially seeing as he's going to be there live next week, so I was all cool with that. And also, WWE had to remind people what the basis of this all was. Like, people were getting so wrapped up in The Rock, WWE had to say, hey, look, this is really about John Cena versus The Miz for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 27. And that was, you know, that was all pretty cool. You know, I enjoyed some parts of the segment then, and there were some parts that I really didn't enjoy. But, you know, with me saying that The Rock wasn't all over this broadcast, you could still clearly see that John Cena was taking shots at The Rock. That whole via satellite from his home thing, that was just a setup so John Cena could deliver a couple of more jabs to The Rock. And people were sending me messages on Twitter criticizing John Cena, going off on him, sending me messages in my YouTube inbox saying John Cena is such a fucking hypocrite. He came out with the shirt talking about bring it via satellite, and oh, he's doing the same thing, and he's criticizing The Rock, and he's doing the same thing that he's doing, questioning his love for the WWE Universe. Then he doesn't even show up this week. Oh, see, he's such a fucking hypocrite, and oh, The Rock should come out with the shirt saying hustle, loyalty, respect via satellite. And I'm just looking like, he's clearly backstage. Like, can you not see that? People were sending me messages on Twitter, and I was reading Twitter feeds and things, and people were saying that's clearly Teddy Long's couch. And you have to ask yourself the tough questions. What the fuck is Teddy Long's couch doing in John Cena's house? And I was like, what the fuck is John Cena doing living backstage at a WWE arena? Like, I'm pretty sure the economy is not that fucked up. And WWE, they can't be paying him TNA wages. So, I mean, he has a house, clearly, and that wasn't his house. I knew he was backstage, and he appeared on the show towards the end during the Miz's Mysteries segment. And the Miz, basically, he was setting up to reveal a new WWE Championship. And the WWE Championship was just basically the regular old belt with the WWE logo in the middle upside down. So it was in the shape of an M. And as big as a Miz fan as I am, I don't even have to tell you guys that. I'm a huge Miz fan, but I'm like, all of this pomp and circumstance, oh, you got the lights going, you have the spotlight on the damn thing, you have the little drum roll in the background. For that? Are you fucking serious? Like, really? Really? But yeah, it was just for that. Then we had John Cena. Of course, he revealed the whole via satellite thing to all be a ruse, and he comes running down to the ring, and before he got to the ring, he looked at the camera and was like, you know what, this is no via satellite, I'm here every week. And he also was talking about how, you know, the WWE is his home, so technically he is home, and the ring, that's his living room, so he was going to clear the, you know, take out the trash and everything. So that was pretty cool with John Cena still delivering shots to The Rock. It wasn't overwhelming and overbearing like it has been the past couple of weeks, especially when he delivered that sucky ass rap, that second one. But yeah, so he comes down to the ring. You know, he starts rumbling and tumbling with Miz and Alex Riley. And of course, Alex Riley is there for only one reason, to take the ass whooping like he's been doing for weeks. And he does that once again. And I thought that thought that part of the whole thing, it was cool because you found a way to turn the tables a little bit in the favor of John Cena, make him get a little bit of revenge on The Miz without even touching him at all. So you still maintain that heat, still maintain that build-up that The Miz has gotten over this last month with him taking out John Cena week after week after week after week. So, you know, the way things ended off, that was pretty cool, and I'm really amped up. I'm really hyped for this next episode of Raw. They have to go all out. Like, you really have to go all out next week. I wish you would have done it every single week. Like, we used to get the times in WWE where there was no holds barred whatsoever. They were pulling out all of the stops every single week. We got great build-up with no layoffs whatsoever, no lackluster shows. It was just straight build-up from Royal Rumble all the way to WrestleMania, just all out great. But they've kind of been on and off, hit and miss. Hopefully it's just all hits. You got to knock it out of the park next week, and they do have a lot of potential to do so. We're going to get a face-off, The Undertaker and Triple H. Like I said, The Rock's going to be live in attendance, and it'll be interesting to see how John Cena, The Miz, and The Rock, when all three of them are possibly in the ring at the same time, how that all works out. So yeah, make sure you guys rate this video thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed already, click that subscribe button up there, and always make sure you tune into the Sideshow this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and you can expect a couple more videos from me this week. I'm gonna start taking clips from the Sideshow, uploading those to YouTube, and I also have some more videos with me and Denzel on a special Sideshow this past Saturday. So make sure you tune into all of those, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.